Hello, welcome everyone to the Snakemaster program. Today, the Snakemaster team is in Thiruvananthapuram. On the way to Chellankeezhu from Attingal, there is a place called Puravoor Bridge. Near that bridge, there is a residential area where the house of a friend of mine is located. He's now in New Zealand, I think, but his mother, children and other family members are there. This morning, when they went out into the yard, they found a snake in the house garden. Inside the fish tank, in the middle of it. They immediately called me and informed me. Since we were already in Thiruvananthapuram, we rushed here. So now let's first meet the family members. They are near the spot. Let us meet them. Oh, I have come to this area many times before to catch snakes. One thing I have noticed is the place is very well maintained, very neat and clean. If anything unusual is lying around here, it can easily be spotted even at night. Now, let's meet them. Mother, namaste, how are you? Any news? What's this son's name? Jayavardhan. Oh, Jayavardhan. I think I have seen him before. Yes, when you came to catch a snake. Yeah, you were there, right? Wonderful. And what's this daughter's name? And your name? So where exactly did you spot the snake? Oh, inside this, right? When they mentioned the pond, I thought it would be a large pond, but it is just a fish tank. At first, I thought I would have to dive and swim for hours in the pond like I did crow in Karnataka while catching a large king cobra. But this is just a fish tank. There is no water in this. The snake won't climb up since the boundary of the tank is sloped. But if it were a big viper, it would climb up. The good thing is that this snake was spotted. This is the Russell's viper. This snake is a female and she has recently given birth, I think. After giving birth, the mother snake must have come here in search of food. It is trying to climb up. This snake is likely to have given birth to anywhere between 20 to 24 babies unless it had fallen from a height or met with some accident. I'm able to say this because I have seen many snakes giving birth at my home every year. Since grown-ups and kids move around this place, it is important to check if any baby snakes are still around. By the way, your father, is he not working in New Zealand? No, Muscat. Then who is in New Zealand? My aunt. All these people had called me. They have asked me to check carefully around the area. To be honest, if it had delivered babies, we could have seen them around here. But I don't think they are here because they can't stay here in this hot sun. Russell's vipers can climb up trees and remain on branches, but I don't find any snake here. So I don't see any sign of the snakes having given birth in this location. So now let's focus on our guest, the Russell's viper, also locally called Anali or Chenathandan. Look, see how fast it can strike. Did you notice? The speed is unbelievable. Just now when I tried to pick it up, it slipped away due to algae formation on the inside walls of the tank. This snake species called the Russell's viper can't remain underwater for long, but the cobra can remain underwater for about half an hour. If you look at our guest's head, you shall see it is covered by algae and a leaf, nothing else. But make no mistake, this is the Russell's viper, the dangerous Anali we are dealing with. We all know its bite is extremely venomous. This one is far more dangerous than the cobra or common crate. It strikes suddenly and without warning. Just moving your hand closer is enough to trigger an attack. The water here is also quite hot. That makes the snake even more active and ready to strike. Truly, this is a deadly snake. Mother, could you get me a sack? Okay, now we are bagging it. Yes, it is in the sack. Nothing to worry about. It is safely contained. So our mission here is complete. The rustless viper that was lying in the fish tank has been safely captured. Now the Snakemaster team is moving on to the next location in search of another guest. Now the Snakemaster team has reached Kilimanur, just behind the private bus stand. Here in the yard of a house, on top of a sapota or chiku tree, there is another snake guest. See there, the house owner has been standing in that posture for a long time with the torchlight on. He has been keeping watch without even blinking because the moment you take your eyes off, the snake could slip away. Now see, this is our guest here. It is not that big, a small cobra or moorkhan in local parlance. Maybe 2 or 3 years old. It is perched on the tree as if it hates remaining on the ground. When did you see it? We have been watching it since around 5 o'clock. It was positioned a little lower earlier, but now it has climbed up and it's resting there. It saw me, but still it is remaining quite relaxed. Still, I feel it is preparing to move away soon. It is about to rain heavily now with thunder and lightning, so we can't let it go. We can't just leave it like this. If the people here hadn't noticed it, it might have escaped already. See, it's climbing up towards the top of the tree. If it slips down into the undergrowth, finding it again would be almost impossible. Now it's moving downwards, so I shall have to climb down carefully to handle it. This is not the first time we have had such experiences. Many times before, the Snakemaster team has caught snakes, including king cobras, from the top fork of trees like this. You may remember once from the fork of a large tree, we caught a huge king cobra. Back then, a young boy climbed the tree and I handled the snake from below. See, the snake is here in my hand. I must have attended nearly 100 such cases involving snakes in tree forks. Out of these, more than 10 were king cobras. Our viewers will never forget one video from Kulathupuzha where a massive king cobra was pulled down from a tree. The boy there struck the branch, and as the snake fell, I caught it with both my hands without letting it touch the ground. That video has been watched again and again by our audience. Let's go back to those visuals. Now let's take a closer look at the snake. This one isn't very big. At first I thought it was around 3 years old, but actually it is older. Maybe more than 4 years. It hasn't yet mated or laid eggs this year. Sometimes when such snakes climb into tree forks, they remain there overnight, only coming down in the morning. The cobra is one of the most dangerous snakes living on land. It has very long fangs capable of delivering deep wounds. Moreover, when it bites, it injects venom that can be 10 times more than what is needed to kill its prey. Compared with many other snakes, it becomes aggressive very quickly. Its body is yellowish, sometimes mixed with brown. The diet of cobras includes rats, frogs, birds, and even other snakes, including other cobras. They have a rounded tail and circular black pupils. On the hood, you can see a distinct marking that looks like a pair of spectacles, though some individuals may lack this pattern. Cobras are famous for spreading their hood and making a loud hissing sound when threatened. That hiss is what mostly scares people. The lifespan of a cobra ranges between 24 and 30 years. Female cobras lay their eggs in safe places and coil around them for protection. After about 58 days, the eggs begin to hatch. Even the young hatchlings are venomous and capable of delivering a fatal bite. They are also skilled at biting. During mating season, the scent of pheromones produced by the female snake's scent glands travels long distances. When this scent reaches the vomeronasal organ of the male snake, it becomes excited, and the male snakes are able to locate where the females are and move towards them. Among the sensory systems of the cobra, the most important one is the sense of smell. More than sight, hearing, or touch, they rely on olfactory sensing. They detect chemical particles in the air by flicking their tongue. When the tongue collects these particles and presses them against the Jacobson's organ on the roof of the mouth, the brain identifies the type of smell. Since the tip of the tongue is forked, the snake can also sense the direction from which the smell is coming. In this way, the particles collected on the tongue are carried inside and placed on the Jacobson's organ. This special organ helps identify exactly what the smell is. In other words, cobras don't smell with their nose, but with their tongue. The nose is only for breathing. Frogs, rats, small birds, and eggs are its common food. Using its tongue, it detects the scent of prey. It strikes with venom to kill and then makes a meal of it. The structure of its mouth doesn't allow it to bite and chew or tear and eat. They swallow their prey whole, usually starting from the head. This way, sharp parts like claws don't injure their throat, and the prey can't resist or bite back. Cobras may also eat other cobras and other snakes. Once the stomach is full, they don't eat again until the food is digested. This digestion process can take weeks or even months. Because of their slow metabolism, they can survive long periods without food. As the cobra grows, its outer skin does not expand. Therefore, it has to shed its skin from time to time. This process is called molting or shedding. If the growth is rapid, shedding happens quickly. If the growth is slow, shedding takes longer. Young snakes may shed once every 15 days, while adult snakes usually shed only once every 2 or 3 months. When shedding is about to occur, the snake often refuses to eat and becomes less active, usually hiding in some safe place to rest. During this period, the eyes turn bluish in color. Cobras do not have eyelids. Because of this, while crawling on the ground or moving into burrows, soil can easily fall into their eyes. To prevent this, their eyes are covered with a transparent glass-like layer like a spectacle. This is called the brill. Cobras do not have a urinary bladder. They also do not expel liquid urine. This is an adaptation to avoid water loss. Instead, they excrete uric acid in solid form. This waste has a strong odor, and it looks quite similar to chicken droppings. The saliva of the cobra is venom. Snake venom is not the same as poison, it is venom. Depending on the species, the venom is simply saliva containing various proteins, enzymes, and peptides. If venom is drunk and if there are no wounds in the mouth, stomach, or intestines, it is digested like any other protein. But when it enters the bloodstream, it can affect the victim's body in many ways. The venom of the cobra mainly affects the nerves. Such venom is called neurotoxic venom. Venom is produced in the venom glands located above the mouth, behind the eyes. From these glands, the venom passes through a small duct that opens into canals at the base of the fangs. When the snake bites prey or an enemy, the venom glands contract, forcing the venom through these ducts into the hollow canals of the fangs. Like the needle of a syringe, the fangs pierce into the body of the prey or enemy, injecting the venom inside. Could you get me a bottle? Yes, a good one. This cobra found on the sapota tree must have laid eggs, hatched them, and after that came over searching for food. Anyway, there is heavy thunder and lightning, so let us not waste more time. We believe our audience enjoyed these 2 rescues. Until we meet next, we thank all the Snakemaster viewers. Namaste.